Good morning and welcome to Asheville Theater Radio with me, your host, Jeff Catanese. I am every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. on WPVM FM. That's 103.7 on your dial, or WPVMFM.org. That is not on your dial. Figure it out, people. I have with me in the studio a couple of great guests and great friends, and I always love when I can plug my friends' projects because that sounds perverse.
It does.
For
it
a
does.
second. I don't know if I broke any FCC rules by saying that I like to plug my friends' projects, but that being said, their project. First, let me introduce these guests. I've got Tippin.
Hello.
I've got Rodney Smith.
Hello.
That's right. That's the Rodney Smith for those in the know.
One day I hope to be a Rodney Smith.
A Rodney Smith, yes. You just have to add the initial.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they are both of Warren Wilson College's Marisol, which is going to be presented starting next week, March 3rd, and running through the 6th. That is 3rd through 5th. That's Thursday through Saturday at 7:30, and then Sunday at 2:30. That will be presented at the Kittredge Theater at Warren Wilson College in Swannanoa. Woohoo! It's just a fun word to say.
It is, totally.
Wonderful.
Swannanoa. For more information, you can call 828-771-3040, or you can go to... You're going to make me say this, right? You can go to Marisol, www.brownpapertickets.com, or just go to warrenwilson.edu/blog/theater. You guys got to work on that website.
I know it. It's on my to-do list.
I got slashes, I got dashes. I don't even know what to do with all of this. And Marisol is, although it's a college production, it is not suitable for the kiddies. No. It is probably suitable for college-age students who have seen it all at this point.
Yes, or lived some of it, actually. In this case.
How about the plot? What is that plot?
Wow, there's the one question that I hate to get over and over again because it's a little so...
It doesn't have to have a plot. What is the theme?
So that's... Plot is easier to answer. Okay, so the general gist, it's sort of a very dark comedy, even absurdist in at times. It's God is going senile and effectively dying and taking humanity with him, and the angels who have sworn to protect humanity are revolting against God, and there's truly a holy war going on. And the story revolves around this one young professional woman who lives in the Bronx, and how all of this affects her.
So, In the Heights meets Prophecy.
I think that's true. With just
that's the way it was pitched.
Yeah, I kind of like that, and it's got with a little bit of Wizard of Oz thrown into
nice.
it.
Very good.
So,
very good.
Yeah.
But definitely an eclectic and provocative production.
Oh, we think so.
Some of the themes it deals with, obviously, God, religion.
And I was talking to somebody else about this the other day, that it's, to me, this one's not so much about religion as it is faith. What happens when your faith fails you, whatever that faith is.
Oh, yeah.
So, the framework is Christianity, but it could be anything or any belief. But it's very fun. Yeah.
It's a comedy, yes.
It is a comedy. It is a comedy.
Before people go, ooh, it's about faith. And
no.
Meaningful themes. It does have deep, meaningful themes, but what better way to get those across
than comedy?
The funny.
Absolutely.
Bring the funny, and they will beat a path to your door or something like that. I believe that's the expression.
It is.
But I am going to briefly tear myself away from my guests and get to the rundown. As always, I'm trying to bring you everything going on in theater this weekend and every weekend coming up here in Western North Carolina. I hope I can do that. We're going to start with just what's opening this week. And Marisol opens next week, but you have competition, man. There's stuff happening. Number one is Asheville Community Theater will present Listen to This, their storytelling series, bringing you Look Before You Leap, Leap Before You Look, personal reports of impulsive optimism, which I just had while I read that listing. That will be at 35 Below. For more information, ashevilletheater.org or call 828-254-1320. The Magnetic Theater will be bringing you their Magnetic Midnight, which is part of a series of new works, exciting works, stuff you've never seen before, stuff that may never have happened on a stage before. And if you were in New York during the 70s and 80s, you'll know that's hard to find.
Yeah.
So February 26th at 9:30, if you're a writer and actor and you want to show up and be in the show or present a piece for the show, and 10:30 for the show itself. That will be presented at Magnetic 375 in the River Arts District. For more information, themagnetictheater.org or call 828-239-9250. Also, Mountain Art Theater presents The Fall of the Sparrow, a radical remix of William Shakespeare's Hamlet. And for those who are sitting there saying, Hamlet, I hear this is actually a lot of fun.
Really?
That's the word on the street.
Oh.
That's where I get all my theater information, on the street. Hey, man, you got any shows this week?
One guy on the corner of Lexington telling you about all these shows.
Yes, talking about all these shows. On my way here today, I ran across a guy who just kept saying 7:30 over and over. Just 7:30, and I was like, yes, that's when most theater productions in Asheville begin. So he was actually, I wish he gave more information, like the websites and such. Fall of the Sparrow will be presented at Haywood Arts Regional Theater in Waynesville. For more information, you can go to hearttheater.org or call 828-456-6322. UNCA's Drama Department presents Lake Street Extension Monday, February 29th through Thursday, March 3rd, all at 7:30. 7:30! The price of that is free. It will be presented at Alumni Hall in Highsmith Union at UNCA. UNCA is also presenting Twilight, Los Angeles, 1992, running February 25th through the 28th. At the Carol Belk Theater on UNCA's campus. For more information, 828-232-2291 or drama.unca.edu. This is just the stuff opening this weekend, guys.
Wow.
Not kidding.
Wow.
I know. It's craziness. The Immediate Theater Company will present next week, March 2nd at 7:30. My Name is Rachel Corey. That will be presented at North Carolina Stage Company, 15 Stage Lane, right here in beautiful downtown Asheville. 828-239-0263 for more information, or go online at ncstage.org. And finally, opening early next week, that's why we've got the advance notice here, Warren Wilson Theater presents Marisol, March 3rd through 5th. That is you. 3rd through 5th at 7:30, and March 6th at 2:30 p.m. at the Kittredge Theater at Warren Wilson College, 701 Warren Wilson Road in Swannanoa. 828-771-3040 or Google it. Okay.
When in doubt.
It's actually Marisol, wwc.brownpapertickets.com.
Yes.
Anyway, or you can just go to Brown Paper Tickets and Google that.
Right.
Or
Brown paper ticket it.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, Brown Paper Ticket it. And I have the director and assistant director of that particular show, Mr. Rodney Smith and Tippin here, respectively. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having
Is
us.
this your first time on the show, Rod? This is.
On your show, yes.
I hate that because Rod and I hang out quite a bit and spend a lot of time together talking about stuff that you can't talk about on the radio. But this is his first time on the show, and I'm very happy and proud of him for having this great and wonderful show going on up at Warren Wilson
Thank you.
College. And
It's your fault.
this
So.
is, you can blame me all you want.
I totally will then.
Okay. All right. All right. It's my fault, I imagine. And this is part of Warren Wilson Theater's theater programs, Not Suitable for Children.
Correct.
Season.
Correct.
An entire season labeled Not Suitable for Children. Without breaking any FCC rules, would you like to speak to what makes this not suitable for children?
I'm going to let Tippin take over on that one, considering she's actually a student there. And
Well, we've chosen for this season 4 different shows that are more contemporary, that push contemporary issues, that are a little more challenging to our audience. They're not just old dead white guy plays.
Yes.
So we had Exit Pursued by a Bear. We had The Mother with the Hat. Marisol is the next show coming up next week. And then Fuddy Mears is going to be our final production of the season that opens at the end of April. Yeah, and these are all just interesting shows. They're written by a variety of different playwrights. We've got a female playwright in there, which is wonderful.
figure.
Jose Rivera, Puerto Rican.
What?
Yes.
This is insane.
It's like diversity in the theater. It's
Yeah.
an amazing thing. Yeah, and we're just hoping to speak to modern audiences a little bit more and to show people something that they don't always have a chance to see on the stage around here. So,
Well, modern audiences, and also for a college theater program, yes, you're going to have your chance to read O'Neill and Tennessee Williams and Shakespeare and the Greeks and all of that. But what speaks to the college students, is these more contemporary plays that are either about them or about situations that they have a certain handle on.
Yeah.
Probably better than the old white guys. So I think it's great, and I've had Candace Taylor of the college drama department up here talking about not suitable for children as a theme and everything, and I think it's really admirable what she's doing. I hope that more college programs follow that up, and it seems like
so
even
too.
UNCA is with Twilight Los Angeles and things like that. So yeah, more theater that speaks to younger audiences, because as being a person that produces theater himself, when our audience dies, there's no more theater. So
kinda take us with them, don't they?
Let's get the youngsters involved, shall we? We'll let them play. So that's really terrific. Now, you had to, by college rules, pull the cast out of the students of the drama department.
I did.
Was that a difficult casting process, not having your go-to people?
Yeah, well, it's difficult, but exciting. Difficult in the sense that in the shows that I've dealt with directing here in town, I've pretty much been able to decide who I wanted to have in the show and cast it. Having to deal with an audition where we had a lot of really good talent come in, that was hard. There were times where it was hard to make some choices. I don't envy you, the normal director who goes through an audition process. I don't envy you that task, but
Just a quick shout out to all the actors out there. You don't understand how often our fingers hover over the keys of our keyboard, wanting to text you or email you and say, "You had a really good audition. I just didn't cast you. I'm so sorry."
Yeah, it happens all the time. And then and we were really. I wanted to say lucky, but I don't think luck had anything to do with it. Warren Wilson just has an amazing talent pool, not just in the theater department on stage, but even off stage, and their tech and their design and everything they produce over there in their theater department is just top-notch quality.
That is such a joy of producing at a college, is you have all of their different departments can contribute.
Yeah, but you still go to some colleges and theater feels like, oh, great, it's a high school knockoff of HMS Pinafore, But
Right.
I started shooting their production photos for their shows about a year and a half ago, and I've just been blown away by the quality of the production itself. And
I think that's important to college students to learn what a real professional theater show can be like, so that when they get down in the trenches, they can be beaten bloody and taught that this is the worst profession in the world.
Yes. And for some reason, we still can't wait to get out of bed and do it the next day anyway.
That was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I can't wait to go to that audition now. And while we're talking about shows that will beat you bloody, let's get back to the rundown. Lovely rundown music. Okay, here's one that won't hopefully beat you or your children bloody. Asheville Theater Company presents Saturdays on Stage with their improvised storytelling show, Newly Grown Tales, this Saturday, the 27th, at 10 a.m. And they are presenting shows at Magnetic 375 every Saturday. For more information, you can go to atexalt.org or 828-505-2926. Also, Asheville Community Theater continues their production of Seussical. That is running now through March 6th, Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30, Sundays at 2:30 p.m., as opposed to the AM version of the family show. Yeah, don't bring your kids out at 2:30 a.m. They will be cranky and there will be no show. So for actual dates and times, please go to ashevilletheater.org or call 828-254-1320. A couple of shows that are closing this weekend. The Magnetic, I know. Did you get to see them? No. Get out there, see some shows. The Magnetic Theater presents the Caro Savanti Experience. February 27th is their closing day. They will be running tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at Magnetic 375 in the River Arts District. TheMagneticTheater.org for more information, or call the box office at 828-239-9250. Also closing after their extended run, North Carolina Stage Company's Jeeves Intervenes will finally be closing. They extended and now they have to close. So if you didn't get to see this very well-received show, please check it out through February 28th. Wednesdays through Saturdays at 7:30, Sunday at 2 p.m. North Carolina Stage Company is located right here in beautiful downtown Asheville. 828-239-0263. Woo! Asheville! I love how musicians always use the name of the town to get thunderous applause.
Yeah.
And it always confused me because I was like, they know where they are.
Thank you,
it's
citizen.
Like, he said the name of my town. You can also get more information at ncstage.org, and I will get back to the rundown briefly, but first I'm going to get back to my guests, who are both right here from Asheville, North Carolina. Woo! Wow, that's amazing. I didn't realize the power one has.
It is. That's all you need.
And I want to speak a little bit to this poster. Now,
Okay.
I'm assuming, Rod, that you took this picture.
You would assume correctly, yes.
It is awesome,
Oh,
to say
thank you.
the least.
Thank you. A little photoshopping in the background, but the foreground
a little
photo.
photoshopping, but it's very cool. I
you.
think it speaks to the eclectic nature of the show, or at least the messed up nature.
It is, yeah. It's a little bit of destruction and Brady Bunch mixed in together at the same time.
It kind of is, and you've got fiery wings.
Yeah,
and
it's cool. Yeah, well, it's the angel is not your normal sort of fairy angel in this play. She's a little more urban guerrilla hardcore. So
little dark.
little dark.
Yeah, a little
and
dark. The whole picture seems very dark. There's no one actually smiling.
no, it's
The
it's
sign
not
of a good comedy.
yeah, is nobody smiles.
Nobody's smiling. But I think that, like we talked about, using comedy to get these great big themes
Absolutely.
across. Now,
Absolutely.
how have the students taken to this?
I think quite well. We were able to let them out of their cages this past week.
Yep.
And
Nice.
they're potty trained.
Yeah.
They're doing all right.
Nobody's biting. It's
good.
great.
Yeah. No, they've
Rare for college
It
students.
is. They've been fantastic, and I think we've all been having a really good time with it, and that's the feedback I seem to be getting from them. And they are at a point where they're putting 150% into every rehearsal at this point. I think we're all really excited about the show, and we haven't seen it with our tech, which we'll get to see this weekend. So I'm really excited about that.
That's such a fun point. Yes.
But I will say that in all the shows that I've worked in Asheville, there have been few where the entire cast, there's no drama. Everybody really wants to work and get it right. They're excited about it. They come ready. They're on time. They're focused. They're professional.
That's really terrific, and that speaks a lot to Warren Wilson Theater Program.
I think so too.
Up there, I have had dealings with actors from a lot of different colleges, some of which will not be named. And there's either an attitude that they're above this job, or they really want to do the job, but they're just not capable. And I think, when you wind up with a cast at a college production that is professional and sharp and everything, I think that's terrific. And we've got 3 terrific colleges right around here with magnificent theater programs.
Yeah, we do.
So if you're thinking about going back to school, Phil, Barbara, those are my 2 listeners. They're a bit advanced in years, but
It's never too old.
I urge them to get out of the house. Yes, at least to see some theater. And that reminds me, I've got to get back to the things that are coming soon here in Asheville. Now, this is the crazy list right here. We've got Anamkara Theater Company presenting The Government Inspector, starting March 4th, running through the 18th. Toy Boat Community Art Space is where and how can you find out about them? anamkaratheater.org or call 828-633-1773. Different Strokes Performing Arts Collective presents Glengarry Glen Ross, all-female version.
Yes.
All-female version of Glengarry Glen Ross. Go check that out March 3rd through the 19th at the BB Theater in beautiful downtown Asheville. DifferentStrokesPAC.org for more information. At Exalt Theater Company returns with an encore presentation of All in the Timing, this time at North Carolina Stage Company, running March 9th through the 20th. For more information, you can go to ncstage.org or call 828-239-0263. Asheville Community Theater presents Aladdin Jr., not Aladdin. I think that was the Beastie Boys version. Yeah, Aladdin! That will be Friday, March 11th, Saturday, March 12th, and Sunday, March 13th at Asheville Community Theater. Go figure. AshevilleTheater.org, 828-254-1320 for more information. BioFlyer Productions presents Next to Normal at Asheville Community Theater's downstairs space, 35 below, March 11th through the 27th. Same URL and phone number for that, and for Super Happy Productions Old Verdon's Super Happy Trivia Challenge, which will be presented on Wednesday, March 23rd at 7:30 p.m. For more information on both those shows, AshevilleTheater.org or 828-254-1320. Montford Park Players opens up their 2016 season with Dark Lady of the Sonnets and The Upstart Crow, running March 25th through April 9th at the Masonic Temple here in beautiful downtown Asheville. MontfordParkPlayers.org for more information. Some events and classes coming up. NYS3, of course, has classes coming up in just about everything theater-related you can imagine. I'm not even going to go through the list, so you can find them at nys3.com or call them at 828-276-1212. Also, Asheville Community Theater has 3 opportunities to learn. First of all is Broadway Boot Camp for your teens. That is taught by an amazing instructor. March 5th through May 7th. I'm not going to say who it is.
I have a pretty good idea. I'm thinking
AshevilleTheater.org or 828-254-1320. Another class taught by an amazing instructor is their improvisation class starting on March 15th, and that is, as I understand it, almost full. So call them or write them right now. And they are also, Asheville Community Theater, that is, accepting registration for Tanglewood Summer Camp now. Call them. Do it. Auditions and submissions, Anamkara Theater Company, Fautu? Yep, okay. Will be holding auditions on Saturday, February 27th at Colorfield. For more information, anamkaratheater.org. Flat Rock Playhouse has their upcoming children's auditions for The Music Man and The Diary of Anne Frank. So if your tot has ever wanted to sing Gary, Indiana, while in an Amsterdam attic, this is your opportunity. Okay, those are two separate shows. I'm sorry, I had it confused here. I just had them blended in together. Anyway, you can call them at 828. See why I don't have friends in here that often. 828-693-0731 or flatrockplayhouse.org. Parkway Playhouse will hold their entire season auditions March 5th and 6th. For more information, parkwayplayhouse.com or 828-682-4285. And finally, NYS3 Lead Productions presents the Asheville National 10-Minute Play Contest and Festival. That will be auditioning actors March 5th and 6th. Go to nys3.com or call 828-276-1212 for more information. That list exhausts.
That is a huge list.
It's a huge list. Just when you think you know that Asheville's theater scene is thriving, you hear this list and your mind is blown.
Yeah.
My mind is blown. You can see I forgot my coffee in the car. So my mind is.
I don't know how you've made it through this far.
Trust me, I do not either. It's a good thing, see, I recycle paper, and it's a good thing I didn't read what was on the back. No, that doesn't fit FCC rules.
Oh, my.
So, with a beautiful poster, Jose Rivera's Marisol, I want to give you guys the last word. What do you want to plug? How can you tell people come see this show or else?
I will say it's one of the most interesting things that I've seen on stage, as far as not only the acting, but the sheer magnitude of the play. It's very cinematic in scope, and we're going to add some interesting tech to it to give it even more of a cinematic feel. And it's only 4 performances, so you need to come see it. And if you hold a valid student ID, this show's free.
Free.
All the free. And if you don't, it's cheap. All the cheap.
Cheap or free.
Exactly.
What else could you want out of theater? But it is going to be a wonderful production anyway.
Yes, it is.
Directed by my guest, Rodney Smith. Assistant directed by my guest, Tippin. And that will be at Warren Wilson College's Kittredge Theater, March 3rd through 5th at 7:30 p.m., March 6th at 2:30 p.m. with a talkback afterward.
Indeed.
For more information, call 828-771-3040 or visit insidewarren-wilson.edu/blog/theater/. Okay, that is all the time I have. I want to urge Phil and Barbara to get out and see some theater this weekend.
Yes, please.
Because there's so much going on. I want to thank my guests, Rodney and Tippin, for being here. And I want to remind you that I am on the air every Thursday morning at 10:30 on WPVM 103.7 FM or WPVMFM.org for those who are more internet-based. And I want to urge you all in Asheville, please